Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yep.
All right. This is all gonna sound repetitious, but anyhow, what made you decide to become a Christian rock band?
Um, I just had a friend that asked me if I wanted to be in his band, and then he went to the same guitar shop as the bass player of Messiah Prophet. That was before I joined, and the owner just told him would talk to them both. And then he told each other about each other, and then we got together like that.
All right. How's the sale of the new album doing?
Pretty good. They're steady. Like every time an album comes out, the first month or two, really shoot up, and now we're down to a good steady plane. Still going pretty well up. It's not dying off yet.
How many band member changes have you made since your last album?
4 so far.
4.
Yeah.
And who replaced? Well, you had three band member changes from the last album.
Yeah, for the first album we had the drummer, the bass player, and the rhythm guitar player. And for this album we had the rhythm guitar player.
All right, and who replaced for the rhythm guitar player now?
Frank. I forgot how to pronounce his last name. It's Italian.
Can you spell it?
Can you spell it?
What's that?
Can you spell it? And
Yeah, I can. It's Caloiaro.
All right.
Lorio or something. I don't know.
All right. Who were some of your influences of what type of music you play? Was there any?
Well, for like the whole band, like the first album would be, like probably Rez band and Daniel band, were our biggest influences. For the second album, I don't know who really to say for the second album. I think we tried to be a little bit more original in the second album.
Uh-huh.
For as far as like singing, for me, it was probably like Brian Duncan, a Sweet Comfort Band, or Dennis D and the Sticks, something like that.
All right. Is there any plans for doing a video?
Yeah, we just last time when I talked to you, we didn't know for sure, but in 2 weeks we're supposed to do 2 videos.
Really? For which songs is that?
Master of the Metal for sure, and probably Heavy Metal Thunder.
So were they just gonna be like concert videos, or are they gonna be concept videos?
Concert.
All right.
They'll be fake, lips the album. But it'll look like it's a concert or something.
Mm-hmm. Do you know when you're gonna be playing in arenas instead of like small schools and stuff?
Probably another year. Probably another year. Because like even Striper, they just play colleges right now, mostly. They don't play too many big arenas unless they really have a good hot spot. So it's pretty tough for Christian artists because it's a small field. It's not like the secular artists. They got the whole country that'll buy their albums. Even Christians will buy secular albums, and Christians all they have is Christians. There's some secular people that buy them, but you still have to depend on Christians to buy your album to support you.
Do you see people coming to Christ through your music?
Yeah.
At the concert at Du Bois, was there any kind of account or for rededication or accepting the Lord?
Oh man, I have to think. I had to think about Du Bois. I had to think if I can remember what the stage looked like. I can remember everything that went on. We just had a concert last night.
Uh-huh. And how'd that go?
Well, it was kind of the promoter's fault. See, whenever we have a concert, we have regular posters and flyers that we sell, ultra cheap to the promoter, and then they can, they can have something if they get something printed up themselves, something that looks real, I don't want to say unprofessional, like we're something big or anything, but something that looks real Mickey Mouse, We have regular posters that we sell them, super, super cheap. And the guy hung up the posters, and he didn't put the time, the date, the place, where, anything.
Oh, that's wonderful.
He just hung up the posters. Messiah Prophet in concert. No one knew where, when, nothing, We ended up having about 70 or 80 people come to the show that probably, by word of mouth knew where it was, So it was real bad. Some guy walked, we saw this crowd. I thought, oh man, we were kind of counting on this concert, to help us out a little bit financially, And we saw the crowd. Oh man, we're really gonna lose our pants on this one. And then some guy came in from another band that we're probably gonna, play with down the road sometime. And he goes, "You guys see your posters out front?" We said, "No, we didn't really get, because we set up all our own equipment." And we said, "We didn't get a chance to walk around or nothing." He goes, "They don't have the time or the date or nothing." The whole bottom of the poster is blank. Oh no.
So what do you think the future holds for Messiah Prophet?
Well, I pray and hope it holds that we'll go be able to do this full time and get paid for it. Right now, I really don't know. It's wherever the Lord leads us to go. So, that's about all I can say.
So really, is like you said before, there's no real financial gain that right now from your group. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's nothing.
So I would imagine sometimes it gets discouraging, when you go and play and it's just, hopefully you're making ends meet. And how do you handle that?
Well, we have some people who occasionally don't mind throwing some money in to our band, but they're pretty few and far between. So just living on faith mostly that all the bills get paid. I mean, right now our bills are a little behind, but we're making it all right.
Do you pray before every concert?
Yeah, we have a time of prayer for every concert. Like the last concert we had, we prayed with the opening band.
And who was that?
Oh my. They changed their name. They were Final Warning, which is kind of easy to remember. Then they changed it to something Reggae or something. I don't know. I forget. They changed their name like 1 week before the show, and so I only heard it when the guy announced it, and then I forgot what it is already.
Were they a Christian band?
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you play in a lot of schools? Is that what you're mostly playing right now?
Yeah, high schools and a lot of colleges.
For me, that seems surprising that the schools will even let you in. Do you seem to have any problem with that?
What's that?
Do you seem to have any problems of the schools letting you play in their building?
No, because they want their, any drug problem or, people punching each other out all the time, They don't really care who comes in, as long as they can solve their problem, So, most of them, like some we go in, and turns out that, the principal's a Christian or something, and we were brought in on purpose, for that reason. And sometimes it's the principal, I can't stand all the smoking and drugs that go on, I'll try anything, even Christians if I have to. But, we don't mind as long as we get in,
Yeah, that's for sure. All right. What encouragement can you offer to a struggling Christian teen?
To a struggling Christian?
Christian teen, yes.
Just don't hold anybody as your idol and look to Jesus instead of other people. For what you should do or anything.
All right. What is life off stage for the members of Messiah Prophet?
Go back to work, mostly.
So what does can you name like the members of the band and what they do, or?
Well, Andy, lead guitarist, he goes to college.
What's he taking up?
At Hack, Harrisburg Area Community College. And our drummer works with his dad building houses. And our bass player got a job at a greenhouse. And our new rhythm guitar player works at some sort of not really fast food, more like, like an Albies or something, slower food, but it's still fast food. And our light man works at a place that they make campers. The whole camper comes in as a shell, no couch, no stove or nothing, and they do all that in there. And I'm currently a bum, unemployed right now.
Let's see. I was just thinking. All right, we'll just go to this next question. Are your songs written from personal experiences?
Yeah, pretty much of them are. I'd say. Let's see, one, two. I'd say probably over half of them are from personal experiences. Well, I mean, really, they all are. I mean, but they're not from like. Half of them are our personal experiences, and the other half are from the Bible, which are, other people's personal experiences written down. So really, they all are, but only half are, from actually our experiences.
Do the people or the members of Messiah Prophet plan to be coming to Pittsburgh anytime, or any dates or anything that you know of yet?
I don't know. We have a guy, Blood Goods Agency, is setting up a tour for us for the whole month of June. And that's one of these things where you sign your name once and you're contracted for the whole month. They don't let us know all the dates. So we don't really know all the dates yet. It's supposed to be mostly Midwest, but I doubt if we're going to drive all the way to Indiana for our first show, we'll probably, as we drive out, pick up concerts that way. So it's a good possibility.
Let's see. Anything you'd like to add? Anything you would like your audience of your music to know about you, or anything you want to add?
Mostly all I can say is, no matter what Christian concert you go to, it's best to take a friend, because the concerts aren't just for. I mean, there are people out there who go to a concert because they need a break from it all, or they need some fulfillment spiritually, to have fun. But for those people that go to concert after concert after concert, they ought to be using these concerts as a tool to tell other people about Christ. So the best advice I have is, if you go to a Christian concert, it's best to take a friend or two along.
What is your home church? Where was this, at Lancaster?
United Church of
Could you repeat that again?
United Church of God.
And that's what, in Lancaster?
No, there's a whole bunch. There's a whole mess of them. There's like I live in Lebanon County. There's about 10 of them, I think, in Lebanon County. I go to one in a little town.
All right. How about some promos here?
Oh, I'm sorry. My wife is. It's United Church of Christ, not United Church of God.
United Church of Christ.
That's why I have my wife, so she keeps me in line.
Oh, okay. There's something else I can ask you. What members of the band are married?
Me. I'm the only one.
You the only one? Oh, okay. I have another question. Is Frank gonna be your new rhythm guitar player, or is?
Yeah, he told me last night he's pretty sure he's going to sign up.
Because I know you weren't sure if you were, like you said, you were just a sit-in for the concert in Du Bois. I was wondering if.
Well, we wanted him, but he had to make sure that he wanted us as much as we wanted him. He said he does, so he's probably going to be with us.
So when do you think those videos are going to be out? Any projection of when?
I really don't know. I'd say, but see, they want to get them for summer, because that's when you can really, have concerts. Right now, with kids being, even people working, they take, slack off a little bit in the summer, and with people going to school and college and everything, they can't get out. So I think they're using these videos mostly as promotion. So people want to go out and just see concerts mostly, I mean, even, like, what I said about bringing a friend to a concert, I wasn't just talking about, just our concerts. I mean, any Christian concert. So, anytime, like, a band makes a video and gets people excited about going to concerts, it helps everybody, So they just want to get some excitement over summer concerts. So probably, different areas that have big youth fellowships, ship them to them. They're going to send it to MTV, whether they play it or not, who knows.
All right, we're going to stop the tape here for a second and try to think of some other questions real quick. Well, how about a couple promos here?
Okay.
All right.
Let me get a pen.
All right.
Yeah. My wife knows. She goes, I guess that means I should go get a pen. Right. Because I have to write this down or else. Yep.
Well, I guarantee you this tape's going to turn out a lot better than the last
Yep.
one.
What'd you say?
I said, I guarantee you this tape's going to turn out a lot better than the last tape.
Yeah. Well, we had a lot of fun last time.
Yeah, that's for sure. We got the same two other people with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hi, guys. Hi, Charlie.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. What are the callers of the radio station? There's two of them, right?
Excuse me?
Are there two different radio stations? Or two different call letters?
Just WARO.
W-A-R-O.
ARO. In Pittsburgh.
That's Pittsburgh.
Canonsburg, I'm sorry. Canonsburg, Pittsburgh.
Let's spell that?
Alright, it's WARO. And in Canonsburg, Pittsburgh.
Honey, can you turn it down a little bit? W-A-R-O.
Okay, in Canonsburg, Pittsburgh.
What's the name of the town? I can't
Canonsburg.
spell that.
Cannons.
Oh, okay, Cannons.
Berg.
Okay.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Cannonsburg, Pittsburgh.
So they don't even know what the name of the show is going to be. That just going to be, hopefully played on. So I can't even get you to do that. So.
Okay.
All right. Do we want to try it?
Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
Now, okay. Hi, this is Charlie Clark from Messiah Prophet Band. You're listening to WARO, Cannonsburg, Pittsburgh.
You can try it again just in case that one didn't turn out that great.
Okay. Hi, this is Charlie Clark from Messiah Prophet Band. You're listening to WARO, Cannonsburg, Pittsburgh.
All right. That sounds good. Well, we'll be praying for you to get a job. Any certain place you want? You would like to get into, or?
As long as I can make a living, that's all. I'll work just about anywhere.
So, maybe one of these, maybe one of these weekends this summer, we can make our way up to your little studio and see what you got up there.
Sure, come on down.
Northumberland, correct?
Yeah, Northumberland, that's where we record.
Is that where you also practice?
Pretty soon we'll be practicing there. Because right now we're practicing at the old rhythm guitar players at his parents' house. They have a barn. We practice out there.
All right. I do have another question if I can remember it.
What's that?
Let's see what I was gonna. I had another question in my mind when I went to ask you. Let's see if I can remember it. Okay, here we go. You ready for this one?
Yep.
How was your Christian walk? Let's see. We try this again. We have to figure out a way to put this. Okay. How have you grown spiritually through touring?
Mostly just being associated with good, strong Christians in the band. Being able to talk over different ideas and, different, like a situation and how a Christian would look at it. That's mostly the way it's grown.
And,
Because my lovely wife, she made me say that.
How about this? Oh, okay, we didn't even ask this. How long has the band been together?
I'll be in it 4 years this October. That's how long, it's been since, like everybody in the country's known it, as Messiah Prophet Band. But it started, I think, back in, I'd say somewhere between 74 and 78. Because it was 3 acoustic guitars that went to, boys' detention homes and jails and stuff. And then the one guy decided to go heavy metal because, 3 acoustic guitars, you could go to any Christian, bookstore and pick that up off the shelf. But at that time, the only rock band or anything was Rez. That was it.
Yeah, that was the heaviest.
Yeah. So he said, there's more of a need there in that area of music than any other Christian area of music. Because there's people playing acoustic. Well, back then, there's not too many today. But there's still pretty many.
All right. Hank was saying something about what Metal Edge had it here.
Charlie, it's Hank.
Hi.
I read that article with Yins and Metal Edge, and they said that Yins guys were together since 1976. Is that true?
Well, that's when Messiah Prophet started. Messiah Prophet Band started. That was before, that was, because me and Andy only joined in '83.
Yeah, that's
That was-
what it said.
That was back when they played in boys' detention homes and that. And they opened up for Scott Wesley Brown. They were they started back then when, the Jesus music, when they used to call it that.
Yeah.
It was Randy Stonehill and Larry Norman and Rez Band. They started back then, when, today, I don't want to say the Christian bands are less spiritual or anything else, But back then, when you had a Christian band, it was more of a family-oriented thing, just because it was a little easier to get around, a little easier to have local concerts and be around. But with us, I get to see the guys when we practice and when we play, and that's it. The rest of the time it's we're all at work, and we all have to, pay our bills, and, it's nice to see your family every once in a while,
Yeah.
It was a little easier back then just to be, bonded together, but, it's a lot easier now that we know that, when we get together, hey, we got to find that good bond, so we talk a lot more, and, just make sure we get to know each other real well.
Mm-hmm. Do Yins plan on getting, in any more magazines or anything like that?
We have a concert in New Jersey. It's, I think it's just called The Rink, something like that. And Stryper played there, I think a month or a month and a half ago. And Metal Edge was there to do an interview with them. And the lady that had the concert, she went up to Metal Edge and said, she was really glad to see us in the Metal Edge magazine. She thanked him for that. He said, yeah, they said they got so many letters. They got more letters for that article than they did any article so far this year. That people were saying, hey, you got to do that more often, And then she told him that, well, I have Messiah Prophet coming next month. So they're supposed to be bringing photographers and to have an interview after the show. So probably, in the August or September issue of Metal Edge, probably be an article on it.
Well, that's good, because I'd like to see Yins in more magazines, because I think you'd get more response,
Yeah, it's tough getting in, because that picture that's in the magazine, we still sell them now. That's a year old. We took those, well, it's almost a year old. I think we took them back in June. And, even before we had the photo session, our agent has been bugging Metal Edge, to print our picture, and it took them almost a year now, to print it. It's they don't, Stryper they put in because everybody knows they're such a big name that, people want to really hear about it, but they don't, they don't go out over the edge farther than they have to,
How is your contract or whatever with Pure Metal doing?
Pretty good. They're a young label starting out, so they're learning all their faults, and we're learning about all our faults. Yeah. So we're both learning together.
All right. Well, I guess that'll be it, I think. And I really appreciate you doing this again with us. And
Sure, no problem.
I'm surprised. I'm glad that you come in. I'm glad you come back from Burger King.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I really appreciate it, and I'll be in touch with you again sometime to find out when you, hopefully in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we should know probably by, hopefully by the middle of May where we're going. Yeah, because a month and a half, that's pretty good for a promoter to advertise for a concert.
All right, well, guess this will be it, and like I say, we'll be up your studio sometime. We'll give you a call and make our way up there.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll get to do some more talking.
Okay.
All right, appreciate it, Charlie.
Yeah. Bye.
All right, talk to you later.